Hi, I'm Dave Smith for PoliceOne, and this is Roll Call Reality Training. You know, one of the media's favorite tricks nowadays, and especially all of our militant groups, is anytime law enforcement deals with somebody under 21, they're called a child or referred to as our youth. There's always this, and then we go and we find their 8th grade graduation photo and we put it on the news, and that's what law enforcement was dealing with. We know the reality on the street is it's hard to tell a big 17-year-old felon from a 25-year-old felon, honestly, and they all punch the same hard, right? Well, let me give you a video from Racine, Wisconsin, where deputies are booking an armed robbery suspect, Deontay Anderson, into the county jail. Now, he appears quite casual at this moment. Now, watch as he reaches up, touches his nose, and then unleashes. This is that kind of spontaneous attack we see all the time. We have to deal with it all the time. Now, this is the key, is watch again the reaction of the non-struck deputy, the backup officer there, that it responds instantly. Watch. Okay, so the bad guy gets one punch in and then he's down. Now you got to understand, this wasn't the end of the fight. He ends up in a restraining chair. Eventually he ends up in a padded cell. This is a 17-year-old armed robbery suspect. You don't think he can hurt you? He's a big guy. And that's one of the problems is, you know, we in our society, we spend a lot of time looking for fault in law enforcement. Well, I want to give kudos, number one, to those deputies. Stay in that fight instantly. You immediately contact. Again, we're going to go after a suspect. We're going to gain control quickly. And this is a kind of setting you're saying, well, yeah, it's easy in a jail. It's not easy in a jail. It's not easy anywhere. And that's the thing. In this day and age especially, we know there's going to be footage of it. We have to almost go out of our way to use the minimal amount to gain control. Yet at the same time, we know the longer the fight continues, the more liability there is to the suspect as well as the deputies and officers involved in a confrontation. This is why it's so important when you get your defensive tactics updates and you go and you got to do your MAT time. Take it seriously. You know, a lot of times, one of the things when I'd be teaching DT, I'd get frustrated in in-service class because it's one of those things, hey, you take care of me, I'll take care of you. Yeah, don't worry, you know, 30% speed. You know, you ask them to do 50%, they give you 30%. You ask them to do it, and this is the thing, you ask them to do that effort. So if you're going to put a pressure point on, if you're going to put a joint lock on, you got to do it till it hurts. You're not going to know how to do it in the real world. Do your defensive tactics training. Pay attention to those things. It's important. You know, and this is one of the things this shows is that, and that could deteriorate in a fraction of a second. When bad guys are doing odd maneuvers and movies, make sure to maintain your reactionary gap. That's why it's called a reactionary gap. Bad guy gets 1/3 of a second, gang. Automatic before your brain can process it. Your little OODA loop is going to take some time. They're initiating the action. And this is why it's so important that you got your mind right. You get punched in the face, keep going. You know, again, I'm going to re-emphasize that Hank Hayes saying, which I just love. If you're in a fight, you fight like a raccoon in a dumpster. And thank you, Hank, for that saying, because it's a powerful mnemonic to remind us that we're never going to give up in a fight. Well, obviously, in this situation, our deputy's punched in the face, but the other deputy is on him instantly, pulling old Deontay down. All right, now this is a very important video because what it shows is that this guy sets up to strike the deputy. There's nothing for him to gain there. He's not going to escape. He simply wants to hurt one of our brothers. And that's what this is about. People don't understand. I hear too much talk when I listen to the media, and the elites, our intellectuals talk as if there is no evil in the world. There's plenty of evil in the world. I don't know what's in the heart of men and women who do bad, but I do believe that we could best describe it as evil. And that's why you're out there. That's why you wear a badge and a gun, because you go out and intercede between evil and our people. You keep us safe and free, and I appreciate that. Good job to our deputies there in Racine County, but also I'm going to tell you that's a good job of training. That's what a training leads to. So when you go to your defensive tactics class, take it seriously. One more time, watch this. That's how we do it. Instant, spontaneous response. Nobody's sitting around stunned. We get it on. All right, gang, till next time, take care of yourself, take care of your partner, and we'll see you on Roll Call Reality Training.